Morning to you, Mark. Yeah, Alistair Darling came here last night to this country pile come hotel, South Lodge, just south of London. He was looking very relaxed, and he was giving really a no-holds-barred question and answer session that was being held here among an audience of some celebrated financiers, the likes of George Soros, the billionaire hedge fund investor, and Bob Diamond, the president of Barclays, to name but two. And the editor-in-chief of the Wall Street Journal was leading the questioning, and he began by asking the Chancellor a little cheeky one. He asked him what was going to be in his pre-budget report on Wednesday. Now, Alistair Darling is a bit too seasoned to fall for that one. He didn't tell us exactly what was going to be in it, but he did give us a couple of hints.
I would think it would be foolish for anyone to imagine that we're collectively out of the woods yet. There's still a lot of uncertainty around, and we saw what happened in Dubai, a couple of weeks ago. But I do think the measures that governments took, both in stabilising the financial system and, importantly, in supporting their economies, has and will continue to make a difference. The key for us now is to make sure that we get the recovery firmly established, and then, of course, to take action to reduce the amount of borrowing which we, along with other countries, have had to maintain.
And Elliott, what did Darling say about the deficit?
Well, he reiterated his plans to halve the deficit over the next 4 years, something he was taken to task by a couple of members of the audience. The budget deficit set to hit a post-war high of some 12.5% this year, £175 billion. We heard both from the British Chambers of Commerce and the National Institute for Economic and Social Research this week, both warning against cutting the deficit too quickly. Darling said he'd rather be found guilty of removing stimulus too late than for removing it too early, Mark.